Hey everyone, we're backstage here at American Idol with Scott. So Scott, sad to see Sonika go, and she didn't even get to perform a song.
I know, I didn't know that because everything is so live in the production of the show, and she did such a beautiful job on the Sia song. I'm really disappointed that she didn't get a chance to perform it, but life goes on. You can buy the song on iTunes. It's brilliant. You should definitely check it out. But we had a great night tonight overall.
Speaking of Sia, did you get to see her face? That's what we all want to know. We didn't get to see her face watching the show. It was always this big wig. Did you get a kind of peek?
You know what? I actually had business away from the set on that day, but all the idols were talking about how much fun she was and that she had like the silliest, corniest sense of humor, and they all really adored her. So they got to see her, all afternoon.
Scott, you need to sneak and find where she's at and take a selfie with her face so we all can know. That's the only job you need.
Well, here's the thing. There are pictures of her online.
Yeah.
So I think it's just she doesn't want any new photos of her online, and it's just become her thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, here's the selfie. You know what I could do is just find somebody with one of those wigs and lipstick, and they'll just, it's like,
exactly.
hey.
And be like, see, I saw her.
Just so you can pull half their face away, and how are you going to know if it's her or not?
Never will. Right. We're down to 4. We have 4. Were you surprised to see Dalton in the bottom? I mean, I know we have some really good, contenders, but I think he has a huge, big fan base.
I think it shows that you've got to nail it every week. Dalton being in the bottom 2, I think it reflects a bad performance last week. And what he did tonight probably redeems himself. So who's going to be in the bottom next week?
Yeah.
La Portia, I'm never going to agree with that song choice of doing Dead or Alive. I'd never want to see her sing I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride again, all right? Because in a moment where she could have stepped up and given us another great performance, she gave us one that, a couple people scratched their head on. As Jennifer said, she could sing the phone book and be okay. But that's not what these last 3 weeks are about. These last 3 weeks are about who's the next American Idol.
And speaking of that, we're going to have 2 big names at the finale. We're having Kelly back and we're having Carrie. How huge is that going to be having 2? I mean, a lot of idols have made it big, but those 2 have made it big.
Well, it's not only that. Think about the legendary and epic performances of what this American Idol era have meant and have been. And you've got Nigel Lithgow at the controls, and he's going to bring it, man. He's pulling every trick out of the book, and those 2 nights you just don't want to miss. He's going to make it 2 of the best nights on television.
Absolutely, and you'll be there. Well, thank you so much, Scott. We're going to let you go, but we're back next week. We'll see from 4 to 3.
You got to vote. Got to vote.